This is Valley News Live at noon.
New for you at noon, the police need your help looking for a 13-year-old girl. Police say 13-year-old Reese was last seen in Fargo at around 10:45 last night. She's described as 5'10", 100 pounds with brown hair. She was last seen wearing a pink hooded sweatshirt and a black volleyball shorts. If you have any information, call police. One person is dead after a semi and car collided in northern Minnesota. Minnesota State Patrol says the crash happened around 7:30 this morning at Highway 59 and County Road 6 in Monoman County. Troopers say the semi was heading north on Highway 59 when a car driven by a 37-year-old Fargo man crossed into the lane and hit the left side of the Freightliner. The identities of those involved are expected to be released later today. Authorities in Itasca County, Minnesota need help finding a burglary suspect. The Sheriff's Department says this man, pictured on your screen, broke into Zorba's in Grand Rapids yesterday. He's described as a middle-aged white man with medium build. He's bald and was wearing black tennis shoes, a black zip-up coat, and a white hoodie with blue stripes. If you have any information on this case, you're urged to call police. You can find that number on valleynewslive.com. We're warming up but staying under the clouds. Let's go to Summer Schnellbach with a quick look at your afternoon forecast. Summer?
Thank you, JC, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Here's a look in right now on our Grand Forks, home of Economy Skycam, where a few more clouds have been developing and building in today. Still a little bit of sunshine, but I do expect some more clouds to develop through the rest of your afternoon. In Grand Forks, 71 degrees. We're at 71 in Fargo, 69 in Jamestown, 67 in both Bemidji and Devil's Lake, 70 with a good deal of cloud cover in the Fergus Falls area. And you can see on satellite and radar, we do still have increasing clouds from the south and west. I showed you yesterday of a stalled front, a stationary front, continually bringing showers off to the west and down to the south. Well, it's still there. It really hasn't budged too much, bringing some rainfall activity out in Montana, seeing actually a low pressure system spiraling out in northeastern Montana. We do have a chance to see some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder later today. Temperatures again only warming into those low 70s. JC, I'll have your hour-by-hour forecast of when you might expect some sprinkles or the better chance for rain this week coming up in just a bit.
All right, we'll check in with you in a few minutes, Summer. Thank you. Lawmakers continue to struggle to find a compromise on gun reform legislation in the wake of mass shootings in Buffalo and Uvalde. Senate negotiators appear to be focusing on helping states enact or improve red flag laws, which allow courts to seize guns from anyone deemed dangerous, as well as new mental health measures and increased school safety funding. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security issued a new bulletin today warning of copycat attacks. It says the threat of domestic attack could be high over the next couple of months. Sometimes thieves aren't as bright as they think they are. In Minnesota, robbers stole a van but left behind something laughable when they ditched it hours later. It happened last month in the Field neighborhood of Minneapolis. Aaron Hazendaw shows us how it all unfolded.
It happened when Crystal and Hamza were sound asleep.
They rode up on a bike.
Their van, also asleep, parked in front of their house until someone showed up to steal it just after midnight. Crystal says it was a clunky operation from the start.
You could see he left and came back like a few times.
It took them nearly an hour, she thinks, to hotwire the car. Watch them as they slowly back away.
He could only get it to go in reverse.
But there were a few problems with the crime. The first one being, this is the van. Not exactly discreet, which is how this happened.
Like 3 blocks ahead of where I was, I saw it drive across the street.
Just hours after it was stolen from 46th and Portland, Crystal spotted the van here, chased it down an alley, and confronted the driver.
And I was like, that's my van. And then he took off.
He finally ditched the van here at 38th and 11th.
The dash was completely ripped off.
Tons of equipment for her husband's carpet cleaning business gone. The van likely totaled. But there was also a laughable discovery.
I look and I'm like, there's a cell phone in here.
And of course,
it didn't have a passcode. It just said hold down to unlock. So I'm like, okay.
And when she unlocked it,
and he was still logged into his Facebook, Messenger. It had text messages where he was sending picture of the equipment to try and sell it to people.
a clunky crime with a sliver of humor and a good head start for investigators. In Minneapolis, Erin Hassanzadeh, WCCO 4 News.
Crystal's husband said he had to cancel jobs because of this ordeal. It's impacted their business and the equipment is expensive. They did file a police report, but they haven't been told the criminals were caught. A new COVID vaccine may soon be on the market. Today, FDA vaccine advisors will discuss Novavax coronavirus vaccine. The vaccine was found to be 90% effective among adults 18 to 65 and about 79% effective for adults over the age of 65. Novavax vaccine would include 2 doses 3 weeks apart and a 3rd booster dose after 6 months. Common side effects include pain at the injection site and muscle ache and rare cases of heart inflammation as seen in COVID vaccines already on the market. Coming up at noon, a first-of-its-kind clinic is opening to support families who endure a heartbreaking tragedy when pregnancies result in stillbirth. But next, our quiet week continues. Summer Schnellbach will explain if more summer-like temperatures are on the horizon.